Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. So as you can tell by the title, today I'm talking about my eyelash extensions, and the reason why is because anytime I put a picture of when they're freshly done or anything like that, I always seem to get a question on Twitter either asking where I get them done, how much they are, or anything like that. So again, I just thought I'd do a video on it, and then I can direct anyone that asking questions to this. Plus, if you're considering getting eyelash extensions and you just don't know like where to start, or you don't know the difference between the different types, things like that, I just thought I'd share my story with you, why I get them done, when I started getting them done, etc, etc, to help you decide whether you want to get them or which kind of type is best for you. So without further ado, let's get on to the video. So the first thing I always normally get asked is how much they cost. Now, when I got the first set of these ones on, which are the Russian set, they cost £65, and although people think that that's really expensive, and trust me, I agree, it is so expensive, but it's because the Russian eyelashes are the best grade and like the best quality eyelashes you can get for your eyes out there. Like, they are top of the range. So that's how much they were for these set. However, I did have a natural set before I got these ones, which then convinced me to want more volume and more length, etc. And those ones were £30 for a full set. However, the like particular technician at the time had a special deal. So it's always good to follow like local salon Facebook pages and to like technicians' personal business accounts, things like that, because anytime there's an offer, it's going to go out on social media. So it's a great way to find kind of coupons or vouchers or special offers and things like that to really make the most of it. So the first set I got were £30 on the special offer for a full set, and these ones were £65, but like I said, the natural ones were very different to the Russian ones. Just to talk about the natural set before I talk about these ones that I have on my eyes at the moment. The natural ones are when they put like a fake eyelash extension, one per eyelash, and that kind of lengthens your eyelashes and makes them obviously look a lot better, but it is so much more natural because it is only one kind of extension to your eyelash. So it's almost like hair extensions. If you had one hair strand per hair strand, that's kind of the effect it's going to give you. So they are really natural and they wear really well, I think. Mine always would last quite a while, but when it came down to it, for me personally, I wanted a bit more volume. But if you want something that kind of looks as dramatic as this, more volume, more length, and you just really want it to kind of like wow, then the Russian ones are definitely for you. The Russian ones vary because the ones that I have, basically I think they put like 2 or 3 to an eyelash, but they fan out. I'll put a picture of what they look like here because there's no way that I can get close enough to show you, and I don't really want to pull them out to show you, but they look like this, and basically they put that on, and obviously as soon as you put one on, it's gonna really intensify your eyelashes because there are several different hairs coming off of the one eyelash extension, if that makes any sense. So compared to the natural ones, that would be one single strand. With the Russian ones, there's like 4 or 5 different strands fanning out as they attach it. So it's really gonna make a huge difference, and that's what you're paying for. You're paying for the fact that it is so much more voluminous and kind of so much more deluxe looking. Obviously, the Russian ones are more expensive because you kind of have that fanning ability, but I much prefer them on mine just because, again, it just looks so much more voluminous. In terms of the time it takes to get them done, every technician is different and it's really hard to say. However, in my experience, I'd say that both the application of the natural ones as well as the Russian ones were exactly the same for me. And for the full set, when obviously they put them on like on fresh eyelashes, I'd say they probably take about an hour and a half to do a full set. However, from then on, my infills at the moment take an hour, and I think that that's a really good time. They took the same amount of time on the natural ones because they were obviously applying them individually, but each technician is different, and the 2 different variations of eyelashes I had, I went to 2 different technicians. One I know has been doing eyelashes for a while, but not as long as the other one, so obviously the more experienced they are, they might be able to do it in a more timely manner. And when it comes to infills, I'd say that you probably want to get infills every 2 to 3 weeks. However, I do try to stretch it to 3 to 4 weeks just because every time I get infills on my Russian ones, it costs me like £30. So I kind of try to extend it that little bit longer just so I can almost get them once a month and it doesn't become ridiculously expensive, but it depends on your natural eyelashes and how often they fall out. And that freaked me out because I thought that the extensions made your natural eyelashes fall out, but it's not at all. Basically, averagely, I think it is you lose like 4 to 5 natural eyelashes a day, even when you don't have extensions or anything. So obviously you're going to get that fallout on your eyelashes. So to obviously infill them and make them look as good as new, then you want to go between 2 to 4 weeks, I'd say, naturally. Infills for my natural set when I got those done were about £23. So where I live, the difference between the two wasn't that bad, which is why I decided to go for the Russian ones. If the Russian infills were more expensive, I probably would have stuck to the natural ones. But, you know, I didn't think that they were too bad. I've been getting mine done since, I want to say like February or maybe March. It was a couple of months ago and I've been obsessed with them. Basically, someone from my work came in and had them done and they looked gorgeous, and I naturally had to get them done. And obviously when I got the natural set, I got them on the deal, which was amazing. And so basically, yeah, I got them done because a fellow work colleague came in, and like eyelashes, you don't realise how much they kind of like frame your face or help widen your eyes or anything like that. But that's basically why I got them done. I thought they looked so good and I basically wanted to try them out for myself. And I've kept getting them done since. Obviously I went from the natural ones to the Russian ones. However, I'm unsure whether to keep getting them done after my holiday when I get back in October. The only reason is because obviously when you start getting them done over and over again, it can be a little bit expensive. Plus, I don't know whether or not to give my eyelashes an actual break from them. I'm not quite sure, I haven't quite decided, but I'm wondering whether or not to keep them, getting them done. But I'm just obsessed with how they look, and I just think that they look really natural in like a false eyelash kind of way. The benefits of having eyelash extensions include the fact that it saves me so much time of a morning. When I was obviously like probably like a year ago, whatever, I would spend so much time on my eye makeup. I would do eyeshadow, I would do eyeliner, and I would do coats and coats of mascara until I got a kind of full look. Whereas now I wake up of a morning and I already have a full set of eyelashes, and I don't bother with eyeliner anymore. I rarely put eyeshadow on. If I do, I would normally powder my eyes with a kind of nudie colour just because I get oily. Sometimes the oils from my eyes can help to like separate the glue a little bit and can cause them to fall out. However, I find that putting eyeshadow powder on top of my eyelids does prevent that from happening. They look so good as well when you've taken off all your makeup and you've got like your hair in a messy bun and you're chilling on the sofa in your pyjamas. You still look really good because you have eyelash extensions on, so it still looks like you have makeup on without having makeup on. I honestly am so obsessed with them. Rich always compliments the way they look as well, so for a boy to compliment something to do with like my makeup is a miracle. Rich never notices anything like that, but he is obsessed with them. Not only are those benefits, but I can never like notice them on my eyes, and whenever I wear falsies I put them on, but I can always feel them on my eyes. And you know, like where sometimes you can see the falsies are at the top of your eye and you begin to ignore it. You don't get that with these at all, and I don't know, I just feel like it just really like makes my eyes look so much bigger. Plus, if you wear falsies often, you obviously don't have to mess about with trying to glue them down. Plus, that can sometimes damage your eyelashes if you're putting glue around them and then you're ripping it off, things like that. These will do a lot less harm for your eyelashes than if you're putting lots and lots of mascara and falsies on all the time. Now, the only cons that I have found, I thought I would share them in this video again, just to keep it real. One of them is that I get really bad hay fever, and I'm a very sensitive person and I cry all of the time. So when my eyes water and my body makes me cry, I can sometimes feel like they either clump together because they are so soft and kind of disperse that any kind of water does cause them to almost pinch together a little bit. I can brush them out and make sure that they look a lot fuller again, but that can sometimes pull it out. So if you obviously have hay fever or have really sensitive eyes that cause them to water quite a lot, that can affect like how long that they last on your eyes. Another con of getting eyelash extensions is that if you're anything like me, I would often find myself waking up of a night with my head in the pillow, and I don't know how it happens, but you have to be so careful not to obviously sleep on your face and for some people that just might not be something they do, but for me, I would always find myself in the weirdest positions at night. But if you obviously have your face in your pillow, then it can be rough against the eyelashes and it can cause them to fall out, and that is not a good look. Obviously, I did touch on the fact that if you have an oily skin type, you obviously might not find that they last as long as if someone was dry or had normal skin. And the reason for that is that because of your natural oils, and obviously if your face creates excess oils, that can contradict the glue and it can make it slightly weaker or separate slightly. So it is always something to bear in mind. I did let my technician know before I got my Russian extensions done that I have an oily skin type, and she said that she did a double cleanse to really remove the excess oils before she put on my extensions. So if you've got that skin type and you're kind of in conversation with your technician, let them know so that they can do something like that to help to prolong them for as long as possible. And another con is once you get them done, you ideally shouldn't shower or take a bath for 48 hours, because not only can the water prevent the glue from like doing its proper job, but the steam can also make it separate or make it weaker. That is always something really difficult for me. However, if I have like an afternoon appointment, I'll always try and have a bath or a shower in the morning so I feel nice and clean before I go in, because knowing that I can't have a bath or shower just freaks me out a little bit. But that is obviously something to bear in mind, and make sure that when you get your eyelashes done, it corresponds with the day that you wash your hair. So all in all, I think that's all of the information. If I think of anything else that I haven't mentioned in this video, I'll leave it in the description box down below. Or if you have any questions specifically about different types of extensions for your eyelashes or anything like that that you just want to ask me, please feel free to do so in the comments. I respond to every comment and I'd be more than happy to help you decide whether eyelash extensions are for you or whether you'd rather give them a miss. For me, I absolutely love them, and they are something that not that I take for granted, but I feel like I would look bored without them, which is why I'm unsure whether I'll like not get them done, if you know what I mean. Like, I kind of want to give my eyelash a bit of a break, but equally I'm just obsessed with how they look. I got these ones done like 3 days ago, so they are pretty fresh, and this is pretty much what a full set looks like, and I honestly love them. I always like go in and get them done, and once she finishes and shows me what they look like, I genuinely fall in love. They just look so much better than any mascara has ever made my eyelashes look. I always struggle because my natural eyelashes were always straight and they would never curl or look very volumized. So these just make the world of difference and transform the way that my face looks, basically. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and it's helped you decide whether or not to get eyelash extensions or not. And if it has, let me know, like leave a comment down below or tweet me or anything like that. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.